What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a banger because we're going to be going over a question that for some reason I get very often. I feel like maybe you have this question yourself, and maybe if you're looking for a new Tacoma, you're probably thinking the same thing to yourself. Why don't I just get a TRD Pro? I'm going to be talking to you guys about that today, as far as why I personally decided not to go with the TRD Pro when I was searching for my Tacoma. If you're at all interested in today's video, you're on the fence, you don't know what you should do, I feel like I use that line a lot. Stay tuned, okay? Because we're going to be going over why I personally didn't get a TRD Pro. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Everybody knows the TRD Pros are the best, the coolest, and the most awesome Tacomas on the market from the factory. From the factory, yes, I can admit they look the best, they sound the best, they just are the best from the factory. The price ranges on these bad boys are where they don't shine, alright? They're not the very best. So the number one reason why I personally didn't go with the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, simply the price. When I was looking for my Toyota Tacoma, I ended up getting mine at around 32,000 or 30 some thousand, and the TRD Pro was at 47,000. 47, I think it was like 47.9, 47 something. So plus it's like $50,000. I understand you can negotiate, you can do this, that, and the third. If you go to a dealership and you try to fight them, you try to get a good deal on a TRD Pro, most chances are you're going to lose. And in my case, it just wasn't budget friendly. Like, it would have just made me work harder, stress myself out more, so on and so forth. And if I was just gonna buy it, keep it stock, hold it for the long haul, cool, maybe, just maybe. For me, I like to do stuff to my truck, customize, personalize, do it all myself. So it would have been that high price tag plus versus getting a cheaper truck and making it just as, if not cooler, than the TRD Pro. So that's the number one thing to consider. It's a TRD Pro, it's gonna be the top of the line, it's gonna charge you the top of the line price. Something to consider. So yeah, that's the number one reason why I didn't, the price. The number two reason, kind of creeped on it a little bit in that last point, but I wanted to build, I wanted to do my very own thing in the Tacoma. Ever since I bought my very first 4-cylinder Tacoma, I was like, this thing would be sick with wheels, with tires, window tint, interior lighting. Like, so much stuff came to my mind, and I was like, I have to do it myself. When I was there at the dealership, I was like, okay, I can get this already sick TRD Pro that maybe somebody else has already, because, well, they're going to be identical, or I can buy myself a nice Tacoma, because pretty sick from the factory, the Tacoma TRD Sport, very snazzy looking truck in the quicksand color, and I could just build up from there. And that's what I'm doing now. And that's what I think a lot of people do, mainly the serious off-roaders especially, because they like to buy a TRD off-road, probably the simplest package, because they don't like the backup radars and all that other fancy schmancy stuff, and then they just customize it to their liking. So yeah, modification reasons. I would hate to grab such a beautiful truck, tear it down, and then put aftermarket stuff on it. TRD Pros, for me, shouldn't be touched. They're beautiful as they are. Maybe a different set of tires, but that's pretty much it. TRD Sports, they're rather ugly. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I love how my truck looks stock. I just wanted to do a little bit more to it. So that's why I didn't want to damage TRD Pro. I would rather damage a TRD Sport. They both look sick. TRD Pro looks a lot better, in my opinion, from the factory, and it would just hurt my soul. And the third and final reason for me is it even worth it, right? If you're looking to get a Toyota Tacoma, what is really important to you, right? If you look at the TRD Pro versus a TRD Off-Road at a rather higher spec, right? You're looking at around a $6,000 to $7,000 difference in some cases versus this highest spec TRD Off-Road and a very nice TRD Pro. I used to sell Toyotas, and I had a customer very interested in a TRD Pro, absolutely in love with it, and then I showed him a TRD Off-Road, and he couldn't really justify the extra $7,000. Some people can, some people can't. The badging and, you know, the different suspension, to some people it's just not that deep. It's not that deep to you, you can save that money. For me personally, it's not that worth it. You know, Fox suspension, I'm scared of Fox suspension. I don't know how durable it is. I hear you have to clean it every so often, you have to do some maintenance on it every so often. I don't know how true that is, but when I heard that, I had never heard that about any other suspension as far as the Toyota goes. How about I just stay away from that, because those are little gremlins that'll sneak up on you on the worst moment of time, right? You want some Chick-fil-A, but you can't. You have to go to this appointment because your shocks need to be adjusted, fixed, whatever the case may be. Just think about it. The more gadgets you have on your truck, the more chances of something going wrong. Granted, it is a Tacoma, so probably nothing will go wrong, but you know, it's just stuff that messes with you in the head. So for me, the value just was not there. I'm hoping with the 4th generation that they come out with something insane, something that's an absolute banger, something that really blows all the other Tacomas out of the water, right? So they need to have something that just crushes everything. Like the Ram TRX. There's nothing in the lineup that even comes close to it. Yeah, they look like it. Yeah, they maybe sound like it. But when it comes to the horsepower and torque, that TRX is in a different league. TRD Pro though, same tires, same engine. You can get that exhaust on a TRD Offroad. It doesn't have enough value in my opinion. It is definitely a cool collector's item, I'm not gonna lie. When I see a TRD Pro, freak out. Best truck on the road, I love it. Would I purchase it? Nah. So, I hope this video did help you guys out. I'm rocking the Mumphy merch. I'll leave them linked down below. I appreciate this shirt, brother.